Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This morning I have taken a journey to Palm Royal Cemetery in Florida to visit the final resting location of Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Denny Laine. Brian Frederick Hines, October 1944, and passed away December 2023. A rock and roll Hall of Famer who started his career with a band called the Diplomats, who, by the way, fronted for another band of the time that maybe you heard of, the Beatles. From the Diplomats, Mr. Laine went on to form another band, which I'm sure you all have heard, called the Moody Blues. The one hit song that the Moody Blues did put out that one year in '66 called Go Now, which was sang, of course, by Denny Laine. And after 1 year, Mr. Laine decided to leave the band to pursue other musical interests. Some years later, in 1971, he co-founded another band that I'm sure you've all heard of, called Wings. And of course, you know who he co-founded Wings with, Paul McCartney, producing many hits. Band on the Run is just one of them. So Denny Laine had a very, very accomplished musical career. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 2018, about 5 years before his passing. Laine was a songwriter and vocalist. Denny Laine had the most accomplishments as a musician alongside Paul McCartney. Just some trivia on how Denny Laine chose Denny Laine as his professional name. Back in England of the time, most of the kids hung out in their backyards, and they would have little dens set up. So he got the nickname Denny, I guess because he hung out in the backyard. And also, Laine, Frankie Laine, happened to be his sister's favorite performer of the time. So he chose Denny Laine. Here we are in the chapel. Wow, talk about high tech. So this is where family members go. And this is actually where Denny Laine's service was broadcast around the world, back to England, where many, many, many people viewed it, right from this room here. Amazing. Ah, look at that. Look at that. I tell you, I've been to a lot of cemeteries throughout the state of Florida, most of them historic, some not, as in the case of today's cemetery visit. But this is one beautiful location here in Florida. We've got this waterfall going right in between the areas in the cemetery. I tell you, seeing some of these young gravestones with people basically not even out of their teen years makes you really think what life is all about. Very tranquil, peaceful setting. This gravestone caught my eye over here. As is this one right here. Ooh. 21 years old. I think everybody should take a visit to a cemetery once in a while. I think it'll bring them back to earth and make them see that life isn't all about materialistic nonsense. Ooh, look at that one over there. Never saw anything like that before. Whoa, that's amazing. Look at that. Wow. Wow. He's 21 years old. They have him stepping out of his wheelchair, pointing up toward heaven. This is amazing. I never saw anything like this in my life. I've been to hundreds of cemeteries. Unbelievable. In 1980, when Paul McCartney was arrested in Japan for marijuana possession, the band Wings had sold out performances booked, but that was canceled. So the future of the band was kept in jeopardy. Nobody knew what was going to happen at that time. That and the fact John Lennon was assassinated in 1981. And Paul McCartney had a reluctance to travel at that time for a good reason. So April of 1981, Wings officially disbanded. And Denny Laine went on to have a pretty accomplished solo career. McCartney and Laine did have a friendship over the years, as reported, actually a very close friendship. But the friendship dispersed a bit after the 81 breakup of Wings. But they did manage to get together over the years. And when Paul McCartney heard that Denny Laine had passed away, he put out a very, very touching statement. So you know there was feeling there, at least a friendship feeling. Tranquility Garden, directly across from the Florida Memorial for the Unborn, which is a beautiful bronze statue. Here we are entering Tranquility Garden, the final resting location of Denny Laine. Mr. Laine died on December 5th of 2023 of a serious lung condition. They actually thought he was going to pull through, and he was looking forward to going home to his family in Florida. and being with his little kitten Charlie. But that wasn't to be. I've arrived at Denny Laine's final resting location here at the cemetery in Tranquility Garden. Unfortunately, his marker is unnamed at this time, but this is his final resting location here. Hopefully someday he will have his internment marked, but for now, this is what we have here. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018, and his legacy continues today. Listening to his songs, listening to his 10 solo albums he put out over the years. That's about it today at the Palm Royal Cemetery. We visited the final resting location of Denny Laine. 26-acre cemetery, so it took me a little time to find the exact location, but I found it. So I appreciate you watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you could. Like the video. And I appreciate you taking the journey with me today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.